Hi everybody, how are we? Okay, so in following with what I said in my last video, because I do have this problem of jumping along to things and forgetting what I've said in a video, so I'm trying to actually watch the video before so that you know I'm on the right page. So mandalas is where I was going. My granddaughter came out yesterday and she painted this grungy background for me, so that was really nice. Now, mandalas always have a central point in them, whether it be like a lotus or a circle, and obviously mandalas are in a circle. So this is an intuitive process. It's not, you can use anything. For the central point, of course, I've got these lovely pieces that I've used in a couple of weeks ago, I should say, and I'm going to use this sticker that as my central point on this particular mandala. And I have got really bright colored jelly prints out, like some orange and some blues and some purples and so. And I'm going to use those on it. Now you could, instead of using the, obviously not everyone has these, even though the link is on, I think it's 2 videos ago I used it. Anyway, the link is on there. But you could use just a picture of a Buddha or a picture of a flower, one of the flowers coloured in with the Inktense pencils, whatever. Could be anything, could be cut out of a magazine, couldn't it? It's just, how you're feeling, but you could actually make that into a circle quite easily. Or you could lay that down and actually put a circle around it of colour, so that would be the central point. And as I said, it is completely intuitive. I also have these fabulous little, I buy from AliExpress, as we all know, this little Chinese company. I have no idea what these are. I bought them and I thought they were just paper, but they're actually printed on plastic, and they're like little doily kind of snowflakey things. I don't know, if you can see those. They're like, yeah. And so you could use one of those, in the middle or whatever, or anything like that. But these little packets, and God only knows what they're even called. If I do happen to find them, I will put them on the bottom of this video when I release it. If anyone is interested, I don't really know what they're used for. I'd love to know what they're used for. What I did with them actually is I scanned them in. I put them on my copier. And let me see if I can find a piece of paper to show you. Because my scanner and I, we do a lot of blowing up and just, utilizing things that I already own, but changing. No, not in there. Okay. It's a very well organized system I've got. Not. Alright, well, I will show you if I can find it during the video. Hold on. Okay, so I did find them. So I just thought I'd show you what I did. On my scanner, because they're translucent, of course, I put them onto the scanner plate, and then put a piece of coloured paper over the top of them, and then scanned them into my computer. And so I don't really use them very often, but I have them now scanned in, and some of them are circular and some of them are squares, and I just really like them, just to use, just to use in different ways. Gives me something else to play with, doesn't it? Great central points too for this sort of thing, or anything else you're creating. All right, anyway, enough babbling. So I'm going to use this particular one, and I'll put these ones away. So I got out a lid that I found and cut a circle out out of one of my pieces of jelly print, really bright, cheerful, happy jelly print that I made. And I realized that it's a little bit big. So what I did was I just cut it down a bit. It was a little bit big, so I couldn't find anything that was smaller, so I just cut it down a bit. So what it's going to be, that's probably going to be my central piece, I think. So that's now I do have a mandala stencil that I found, which, you know, I was unaware of. So that might be, could be another thing I put on here, but I am using one of my printables, and I think that I'm going to use that next. Okay, so there's a few different thoughts. What I want to do is I actually want to either put a larger circle around again with a pattern on it, or so I could use either one of these and just cut around that can, so there's a bit more showing up around another, so it's another layer, because I did just shrink this down by cutting it by hand. Or I could utilize this one here, this print here, just got this lovely pattern there, or I could use the orange. So anyway, I'm just going to cut. What I'm going to do is I'll just go with this here actually, and I'm just going to mark that there and just cut it out. Now I don't really mind if I have a layer of, you know, layers on layers. If this was really expensive material or a really expensive paper, this is only printed on copy paper, but if it was really expensive, I would probably cut the middle out and not use the middle. I would keep that if that was a necessary thing, but it is not a necessary thing. Remember, the white is not going to be there, so I quite like that. And then I'm going to add, I think, a couple of pieces of, is that bright enough? Maybe I might need the orange. Maybe the orange might be, hang on, I'm going to cut both of them out. Funny. So I'll just try to see if cut both out and have a bit of a play, hey? Just cut the circle out. Now so I hope everyone's good. The weather here has not changed very much, hasn't got very much better, but I'm sure that's the same in many places in the world. Oh, okay, I like that. Quite like this grungy effect. Although I might put something really bright, maybe. These are just prints, jelly prints that I found in the cupboard. They're a bit interesting, aren't they? Okay. Oh no, I like that better. And then that's gonna go on there. Now I'm going to get rid of, just with my water paintbrush, all of these edges, I think. Seems a shame I'm covering up that, but the colour, I like the colour. I actually like how the, whatever that is that I printed, one of my very old stencils that I made a long time ago. Now, what we need now is a square piece, so that it's kind of got a little square piece, but let me get the paper off there and I will think about that for a second. So I've glued that down. I've taken the extra paper off the side of it. It's a piece of tissue, and I've glued that down and just sealed that down really nicely onto the page. And what I've decided to do, you know how I cut both of these out, I mean, it is my mandala, so it doesn't really matter. I think I want it to look like that, with the two, like the 3 phases or something. I mean, it's mandala inspired. It's not an actual mandala, or it is whatever you wish it to be. I think there is no rules on this, but I think I like the idea of that beautiful piece there. And then this lovely piece down the bottom. And then this bit is going to go in the middle. Now I think that's, I've stuck the sticker on too of the Buddha inside the lotus mandala, so that's kind of cool. I love that. So I think I'm going to put that there. So not a traditional mandala, that is for sure. Okay, so this is a jelly print, but this is still the page and my printables, and this is a jelly print too, and a sticker at this present moment in time. But what I feel is that it needs to kind of come out here, and I'd really like to use these Asian paste. So, where's my water brush? Here it is. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut. I'm not cutting. I'm just going to wet this piece down, maybe to there, and rip that out. Like so. Just love how the water allows you to just, you know, pull it apart without the white, you know, ripping sort of thing, pieces of paper left. Okay. So now I have to figure out which way. And I mean, I don't honestly know what this is, what wording this is or anything. Something I found along the way, obviously. Could use narrower off something from something else if you wanted to. I feel like I want to have some sort of scripting going down across there, whether they're like uniform, maybe uniform sort of coming from the circle, or whether they're long. Alright, just going to sit with it. Obviously I'm going to do some ink on them, but I'm also going to do some work on top of these with different colors. So I am actually going to get hi, back. Okay, so of course I forgot to put the camera on, didn't I? Alright, doesn't matter. I'm sure you all know what I was doing, but I have decided I'd make a different sort of a layout. I've used the 2 circles and the of my prints and the jelly print, and I've stuck down the sticker that I bought, and I thought what I'm going to do is utilize, this was out of one of my prints, this Asian scripting somewhere on here, somewhere on either side, or maybe on either side the same, you know, I'm not too sure. Have a bit of a play with that. And I want to use that stencil. Now obviously, you know, you could use any stencil, but I have a mandala stencil that I will get, and I'm going to use maybe some ink, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I went away, and I actually have stuck down a couple of the pieces of the printable down there, and this very much, it looks like the earth, like the 3 different, I don't know, this one looks like earth to me, you know, maybe it's an orange moon. I don't know why there's 3. I don't know why I want 3, but there is 3. Now I went and got a couple of different things, you know, out of my drawers. I got these little washi tapes, and I thought they might come in handy somewhere, because obviously, you know, it has to be the same on each side. So I mean, I might put some washi on the top of these, which would make it very, very dramatic. I've also got these, which is just the same thing as before. Remember the circle things I was talking about? I made these. This is actually printed out on an Avery piece of paper, and it was just these little tiny prints for nails, you know, the nail stuff I use, and I decided I'd scan them in. So I scanned them all in and then coffee stained them, and yeah, and that's how they turned out. So what I'm going to do is, because I like, it has such fabulous little patterns that you can just, you know, utilize. I don't know whether I'm just going to put, so everything kind of has to be the mandala. It's good to have everything sort of opposite, the same, if you know, yeah, similar, the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, because these are stickers too, which is fabulous. I'm going to put that down there. On the other side, side, leave that tiny bit there for something else on the other, so that can go up there like so. Now that's all I think I want to have on that. Now I did get blue, but I feel like this gold may work actually, if I can find the end. Does anyone have that problem, finding the end of the washi? Could be just a me thing. Alright, I was going to say I'll go away and find it, but I found it. It's fine. So Just going to put that there. And the same up here. A bit further over. Fabulous. That's the washi. Don't use washi tapes very often. I have quite a few of them, but I forget I have them. And also, I don't really use lines in very much work, so this is good. This is fabulous. All right, now, how are we going? They look fabulous. Now I'm going to do some ink work, and this is, so I've got two. I found a small one, and I also found a big one, which I put somewhere and I can't find, but I will find it in a second. All right, now remember how we cut this one out and made it smaller? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut that in half. Cut that in half and glue it on here. I think like that. Maybe like that. Or maybe like that. Well, this is very mandala-ish though. There we go. Yeah, no, I like it there. Okay, I'm going to also get that piece of paper and cut two more, a little bit smaller, and I'm going to put them on there. So there's 4 pieces. Okay, now that's I've just got to decide which piece. It doesn't really matter because they're the same. It's on the same piece of from the same piece of jelly print. So I think that what I'm going to do is get that. All right, I'm going to get the same sort of piece on here. Just going to go round. Cut it out. This is printed on not the tissue paper, the grease-proof paper. Yeah, in Australia we have this one. That one's from Coles, and I find it just fabulous for this sort of work, not so much for big work that's, you know, archival and so forth. Mind you, this has got acrylic paint on it and it's sealed with a sealer, so it is archival, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't sell something like this. So I'm going to do the same thing. All I did was fold it over and I cut out around, or if you need to and want to be precise, you could actually find something that's a little bit smaller and mark it. And this one here is going to be a little bit shorter maybe. Oh no, that one works to be there. So I'm just going to cut that in half. And then I'm going to just pause while I just glue them down, and I'll be back. Okay, hi, I'm back. I have glued on, all of the bits all around that I had cut out. And I found this little stencil. I did find the big stencil too, but I decided that the little stencil actually was, now you might have a stamp or something. But what I'm going to do, I thought is what I'm going to use this purple, and I'm going to just hopefully, and I will trial it on something first. I think I'll just get a piece of paper and see whether it actually works, because I don't use stamps very often. And they kind of dry out, and these are not expensive stamps. I bought them on somewhere, so AliExpress maybe, who would know. I remember them just, or Wish, I think they were Wish actually, this pack of stamps. They need to tell me how to actually make them wet again though. That would be one of the things that I would like to know, because obviously you need the purple ink, or yeah, so it's kind of working, but it'll be fine, because as you know, I do like grungy things. So it's perfect in this circle, within that circle. I could do, I want to know how to change a hat automatically. I have a change of heart. I bought this new paint. Maybe I could use that. I knew I bought this metallic Emperor. It's like this beautiful purple. That's what I'm going to use. Change of plans. Sorry. I'll just get the jelly plate. Not the stamp. That's what I'm going to use. Okay. It's just brand new. So I haven't used it, clearly. Good test, good test. Great. Took out the little jelly plate, got a little champagne stamp, and just gonna get a wax. Now, I mean, seriously, we probably need hardly any of this. I did shake it up the other day, so it should be fine. I think we're just going to use that. That's fabulous. All right, so getting back to what I was doing, I'm going to put a purple in between. And this, I know this technique does work, so I don't need to test that. Oh yes, okay. I'm going to turn that over that way. Do the same in this little bit here. It's quite dark though, the actual paint, which is interesting. Since I bought it, you know, I bought it to use in a painting I'm doing. But I think what I'm going to have to do is on this side, I'd like it to be the same, but I'd like it to be a bit brighter. So I'm just going to try and find some white paint. And mix that in, I think. Alright, I have not used this in a while. Yes, that's heaps. Righto, let's just see what happens when you mix. Woo! When you mix them together. It's actually gone quite grey. Can you see how grey it's gone? Yet I would have thought it would have gone this purpley colour. Which is interesting. So do I want grey? No. Okay, so what I've done is I put a bit of green ink just in that central area, and I have actually done all of the sides just with this the little stencil in all of those, just a little bit to grunge them up, because I quite like things that aren't perfect. Now, whoop, chili plate away. So at this point, I'm going to leave it to dry, and I will come back and probably be doing some scripting. I think that's what I'm doing, some scripting on either, maybe on all sides. Could go down here on each area. But anyway, I will thank you very much for watching, and I will be back to finish it. Okay, so I've just come back. I got some of this Dreamlike washi tape that I bought. I'm sure I've actually looked up that before, but I will put the link on here. And it's just the most beautiful washi tape. I just love it. It comes in all kind of different patterns, but there's a couple of Celtic ones I've got that I use sometimes. So I've just put a couple of little pieces, because I only buy like a metre at a time of them. I will put that on the link, and I've just cut out these pieces. Aren't they just gorgeous? I love them. Just so. I'm going to put that, getting it in the middle. Like so, and then the other end. Lining it up. Alright. Very beautiful. I've actually pulled the sticker up a little bit. I need to press that down a bit harder. Okay. So that's that. I did bring this out thinking I was going to do that, but no, I found something nicer. So those are the two washi tapes I used in it. And I am going to probably highlight here, and I think that these areas here are going to be done in the blue. So I have a few different charts. I have a few different color charts that I run run when I'm designing something. I think I'm leaning towards the not the paint. I'm leaning towards the purple maybe, and I'm leaning towards maybe 760. 740, that might be a bit. 760. I'm just going to run. I just want to highlight those areas on the outside. This is an Inktense pencil, and it's really windy outside. And the trees are dropping their seeds, well, hopefully just their seeds, on the roof. The gum nuts. Okay, so just the outside of those four. Then we will get a wet brush and just bring the colour up and see how that works. Brush and water. What did I do with my little grab some water. It only takes the smallest amount of water, so you know, let's just see. Such fabulous colours. Okay. Oh, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? All the difference in the world. Just touching up those bits that didn't quite get as much as I wanted. Alright. Now, I think I'm going to go on the sides of these two. Oops. Need to fix that. All right. All right, that beautiful oh, I think I'm gonna have to do the round. It's like a constant, really, this, yeah. Okay, just that, and then I'm done. And I will wait for that to dry up. Alright, oh, I'm really happy with that. That is just gorgeous. And All right, I'll see you back in a minute if I'm doing something else. Okay, so that's all dried and beautiful, and I just felt that it needed some little black lines on it. Just to make that, let's get this ink out a bit more. Now, I'm just going to do a symbol at the top and the bottom, and can't really do a symbol on either side because the page is not big enough. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to do, actually. More of an outline maybe on that. I think that's it though. Alright, I hope everybody enjoyed watching me do this. I'm sure that most of you skipped through to the end. I do that if I get, yeah, I'm sure it gets a bit boring watching someone actually create when you're not sort of in the process yourself. But I hope, I don't know, I hope that gave you some inspiration to do a mandala your own way, intuitively. That is my mandala, and I look forward to seeing you on the next. I would note that this mandala, even though I haven't tried to, but because it's got a central point, it is a portrait composition, isn't it, with the portrait in the center and everything going out. Which is interesting in itself. Okay, so that is it. I will put a picture up. Thank you very much for watching, as I said, and take care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm only doing one of these a week. I probably will only do a couple more, and then October will be done, and then hopefully I will have some new projects. I want to actually make a small book, but whether or not I bring one of my old projects that I haven't finished in soon. Also there was one more thing, and that's only for the people obviously that stayed on. This particular design composition to start a project page will be on my Facebook link, Judy Armstrong Studio Group on Facebook. I will put it up there free, and you can download it so you have it for ideas when you're creating your pages, your art, your junk journaling, cards, whatever. All right, see you later.